everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. We're going to be looking today at my mid-month review for November, just to see if my budget is on track. We do this every month. If you are new here, I am mainly doing this to reduce my debt. I'd like to also create an emergency fund, emergency savings fund. It's currently at 100 and I want to get to 1,000, but the debt is my main sort of goal. I am on a fairly low income, so this channel isn't where I've got thousands of pounds to suddenly find and be able to reduce my debt by that amount. So it is a real gradual process for me, and that may resonate with some of you who are also on a pretty low income that can't just suddenly find hundreds and thousands of pounds to put towards debt each month. So November was a fairly inexpensive month, so I was able to put some money towards Christmas. That is my current goal, is to hit my £500 savings goal for Christmas. We're doing quite well. The majority of that money will come out in December, so even though this looks like I haven't saved very much of the 500, that's because, like I say, the majority will come into my account in December. So we had £929.58 from wage this month, and 102.40 for my child benefit. I have had survey money come in, which was expected, of £25. So this over here, just move my calculator. We have had £25 come in, and that's gone straight towards the Christmas funds. I also had, I closed my ISA down, so there was like barely anything in there. So I had £1.11 transferred to me. I hadn't used the ISA for a long time, and it was like a really low interest rate. So I'm going to open a new one, and I do have my high yield savings account, but I don't want to withdraw from that. That is just for emergency funds. So this is going to be for saving for gifts and things like that. In the new year, we're going to be saving from January, so anything like that will go into the cash ISA, so that I can withdraw it every now and again without it affecting the interest rate. I also had a train refund, delay repay, of a whopping £1.10. So that has gone straight into my Christmas funds as well. Why not? So here we have all of this amount has stayed the same. This is basically my train fare to work. That has been exactly as expected. And then these are like bills that aren't going to change. Club money was £0 this month, and that remained the same. Didn't need to pay for anything. Yeah, all this stuff. So food money. I'm not going to work that out. We're pretty much on par. I think I've got £37 left to spend in the last week of food shop. I think there's one more week of food shop. Yeah, we are at I do write this down, but it's in my main like budget book. This is just for the videos. So yeah, we've got about £37 left to spend, but I have got quite a lot of food in the freezer, like batch cooked, so that's absolutely fine. We will be on schedule or under budget for that as usual. So moving on to this side of my spends, rabbit bedding, we have so far spent £3.98. So we might buy one more bag, which is £1.99. They've not had the bigger bags of rabbit bedding in for about a month and a half now. So I'm getting the smaller bag, which isn't as, what's the word? Like, it's not as good value, but it is what it is. So we will come under the £8 for that. Pet supplies, we are at, let's have a look, we have spent £3.69. I'm not very well. I've not been well since Friday. It's now Thursday, so a week of not being well. So I wasn't even sure I was going to get around to recording today, even though I really need to for all my channels. I thought I was getting better, and then in the night I woke up with a massive headache, so I took some pills, and by the time they kicked in it was kind of time to get up, so I took some more, and yeah, I'm alright-ish now. So yeah, I've been struggling. I've been doing a lot of extra hours at work, so that has, I'm just run down really. So that's why my voice might be a little bit funny. I might be a little subdued today. So we spent £9.51 so far of that, so that's absolutely fine. We've got all the cat food in. I may need to buy some pellets for my rabbit. It might hold out for another week. I think it's the 21st today, so this is a little bit later than usual. I usually try and do it around the mid of the month, but I've been doing extra hours at work, which meant no recording time. So I may need to use some of my buffer money if I do get them, like just a couple of pounds. But that's okay. Lint roll is at 0. We haven't had to buy any more lint roll. So lunch, I'd put £40 down. We went for a nice lunch with friends, but I ended up only spending £20.25 there. And socks for my son, I put £8 down. Okay, and I actually spent £5. Well, it was £10, but obviously my husband pays half as well. He needs some, he had like an odd sock day at school, but he only has his grey school socks. I needed some colourful ones so he could actually have odd socks. So I got some nice, I think there was like 5 or 6 pairs of different colours in there. So that's nice for weekends and things, for him to have. And then donation, it was like a food bank donation at the school, like a harvest festival, turning tides. And I ended up spending £3, but my half of that is £1.50. We got like some Starbucks sachets. Like, you don't need they weren't coffee pods, they were just sachets, caramel latte or something. And I just thought, I know it's probably not practical. Actually, they probably would prefer at the food bank a whole big jar of coffee, come to think of it. But I just thought, you know what, like, people probably buy essential range for the food bank, which is absolutely fine, because that might be all that, I mean, that's all I can afford. But it's probably rare that they get like a little treat, people that have to go to the food bank. And so I thought that was quite a treat. So it was half price, I think. So got them the Starbucks sachets and a Heinz pasta sauce, which is already which was also £1.50. So we spent £3 in total. And do you know what? Even though I only spent £3, my son was the only kid in his class that remembered to bring in a donation. So, you know, we at least brought in a donation. So I'm not going to feel bad about it being £3. Hopefully someone has had a nice little drink and a meal out of that. Who knows? I hope so. So barely spent anything there. Now buffer, I have spent some of my £62 buffer. It is there for replacing things, stuff like that. So I did have one little treat. I allowed myself to get some like glue on nails. I have an ASMR channel. I actually have 3 ASMR channels, and I was doing like a tapping video, and I thought, I'm gonna treat myself to some pretty nails. To do that, I don't do it very often, but I had this fairly big buffer, so £2.99, not breaking the bank. So yeah, little cheat amount there, but that's fine, I'm okay with that. I also got some toiletries, I needed a new pot of Nivea Soft and some conditioner and you know, general toiletries, face wash, £2.29. But I've gone for like the cheapest options. I live near the range, so they've got some good prices on like shampoo, conditioner, face wash and stuff compared to say supermarkets. So I've spent £14.76 so far of my buffer. I also know I need to spend some because it's gone really icy cold here in the UK, and my son came back from basketball club the other night saying, oh, can we please get my gloves out? And I was like, absolutely, they're in the bottom drawer. And we went in his bottom drawer and there was one glove and his woolly hat and no sign of that other glove anywhere. It's also his drawer for like dressing up. So he's got masks and things like that, and I think he's probably gone in that drawer to dress up. He's also got like Pokemon cards and things in it. And that glove has either sort of gone behind the drawer, like gone over the top of the drawer, and he's got like a cabin bed, so if it has gone over the back, it's just under his bed, which is fine. I'll have a little look under there at the weekend and see if it's there. I looked in other drawers, could not find it. I don't know where else it would be other than at the other side of the drawers. But so I'm going to get him an emergency, like just wool pair. Like these are proper ski gloves, so I really hope we can find it, because they're fleecy on the inside, they're really padded, and they're waterproof on the outside, so they keep his little mitts warm. So if not, then I'll buy him another good pair like that, and then have the cheap wool gloves as an emergency sort of pair. So we're definitely going to have to use some more of that buffer. But not too bad. We're on the 21st, we've got 9 days left of the month, so we've still got quite a bit there to spare. Little bit of not a panic, because we would have had enough, but my son's going on a residential next year for 5 days. It's going to be a fairly expensive residential, and I wasn't sure how much it was going to be, so I messaged a mum who's already in year 6, the kid's already in year 6, just to say like how much was it, and she was telling me about it, and she was kind of like, oh, we'd paid the deposit this time last year. So then I panicked, thinking, have I missed some information from the school? Have I like not booked him in? But the school is apparently looking at different cost options just to make it more accessible for more parents, which is absolutely, brilliant, because then more kids get to experience it. So they're basically going to come up with some different cost options, and then I guess put it to kind of a vote to the parents. So it's taken a little bit longer for them to organise this year. So initially I panicked and thought, well, maybe I need to pay some of the money in November, which would have been fine because we have this buffer, but it's not going to be this month now. I'm wondering if it will even be ready for December. I'll put 25 aside in December just in case, because I think they'll want 50, so 25 from me and 25 from the husband. So I had a little bit of a panic, but not too much, because I knew I had the buffer. And then we'd put 62.02 aside for Christmas, but I'm going to just work out how much we didn't spend here. I'm not going to look at this because I think we're going to end up spending on the pet supplies. We'll probably save a little bit there, so maybe I'll just use that money to pay for extra pet supplies, and buffer, because I don't know how much we're going to use on that. I'm not going to include that, but here we've made some savings, and I'm going to put that straight onto the Christmas fund now, because we won't need to use that amount saved for anything because I've got the buffer. So we should have spent 40 plus 8 plus 5, so we had 53 to spend, and I actually spent 25. Sorry, I'm not that prepared today. Not been feeling great, not had enough time to sort of prepare anything, feeling not really low, but work's been really stressful last 2 weeks, so yeah, look, not low but run down and not much more energy to give. Okay, so we've saved 26.25, so we're going to whack that onto the Christmas budget, which is amazing, because I think we're also going to end up saving a little bit from this, and whatever is saved from this next month will also go on the Christmas budget. So I'm going to pop another amount here of 26.25, and now we're going to do the Christmas tracker, so we can add on to that. I had £9, I've got it written down on another piece of paper. We had £9.35 left over because these are worth 24 each, and I didn't have enough to put another 24, so we had £9.35 that we haven't accounted for, plus these extra amounts today. So let's have a look what that is all together. So we've got the 25 from the survey, £1.11 from the ISA, £1.10 from the train ticket refund, and 26.25 from the money we haven't spent, plus the 9.35 35 that was left over that we can put on. So 62.81. Make a little note of that on my other piece of paper. 62.81. And then divide that by 24 because each stocking's worth £24. So 2, and there's some left over again. So 2 times 24 is 48. So 62.81 minus 48 equals, so we've still got now an extra 14.81 to add to the tracker next month when we've got more money coming in, but we can do 2 extra stockings for now. And we were on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So stocking number 9. It's probably a bit late for you guys now. If you do want this tracker, it is on my Etsy shop just as a digital download. But yeah, a little bit late in the year now for you to want one. But if you did want one in the future, it's like a really low price. I can't remember how much to put it on. Maybe £1, £1.50, something like that. And 10. I would like to treat myself to a laminator soon and just sort of practice laminating trackers for myself first of all, and then eventually, once I've got the hang of it and I can make them look pretty, add them to my Etsy shop as well. So we've now got 10 stockings filled, so that is £240 plus the extra 14, so we've got 254, so that's halfway. We have got next month coming out, AdSense is coming. Now I'm not sure when the AdSense cut-off point is, so I'm definitely getting it paid. It said on my under the AdSense part of my YouTube, my other channel, not this one of my channels is monetized, that I'll be paid between the 21st and 26th of December. That's definitely happening, but I'm not sure. It's still building, the amount's still building at the moment, how much I'm making, and so I don't know if the cut-off point is like the 21st of November or if it's the end of November, like the 30th of November. So I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to get. At the moment I'm at just over £72 that they are going to pay, but if that cuts off today, that'll be what I get. If it's the end of the month, we might get to we may get to 80, probably not. We might get to £80, and then that will be paid out, like I say, towards the end of December, so that's going to be used for Christmas gifts. I'm also going to withdraw my Patreon money that I've been building, and that is currently at, I think, 147, and then we're getting one more payout on the 1st of around, I think, 14. So what's that, 151? It might be more than that. No, 161. So I might be looking at around about £150 payout once they've taken their fee, the withdrawal fee. So we could be looking at 230 just from those two amounts. And then we've also got more survey money. I've cashed out another £20, so that's on its way. I was going to check and then I forgot to check before recording to see if that was in the bank, but £20 is on its way. I'm really close to a £25 payout with another one, and I'm close to £250 payouts. That's going to be really close. I think one of them won't. I think that's going to maybe be a January payment, which would be good. And one of them, oh, it's so close. It's like, I think £4.30 away on my YouGov. The problem with YouGov is they don't have surveys every day available. It's probably every 2 or 3 days. So I don't know, that's going to be close. So we've easily done the Christmas budget of 500. I was also going to use Christmas gift money, and then also December money, like what, you know, if there's some money left over in the buffer from November, and then if there's anything left out of my wage in December, which wouldn't be very much, but maybe £10-20, we've easily covered it. And spoiler alert, I've had a pay rise, which the first amount of that will be at the end of November for December, so it's not a massive amount, sadly, but it was backdated to September. I work in a school, so it starts from the start of the school year, September. So I've had 3 months worth of that. So September, October, November included. And it also, any overtime that I did in those months I've had backdated pay for the extra amount for that as well. So it'll be a nice wage in December, but January is going to be really expensive. There's a lot going on in January that I have to pay for. So that will be moved over to January. And so if I can make up the Christmas fund money without using the Christmas gift money or any of the extra pay from the pay rise, that's all going to go into January, and that means I can do some savings challenge in January. It also means I can get my son a bookcase. That's definitely happening. As soon as I've reached my £500 budget for Christmas, I'm ordering him his new bookcase. I've wanted to do that for a year, but because I started my budgeting journey in February, there was never a month where I could afford to do it. I needed everything, all the money I could get, to not go over my wage. And so now I've got more breathing space. It feels really good. It feels so good because I've had to go a year, and it really, there's no guilt there buying it. It's just going to feel so nice getting it. I'm going to feel so proud. And I've seen one from Argos for £50. We want a white one because his bedroom furniture is white, and I want it to be quite a slim one. I'm really hoping it fits in the corner of his room. He's got a hanging basket at the moment, which we've wanted to get rid of for ages, so that's coming down. It's just that there's plug sockets that come out of the wall, stick out quite far, so I don't want the bookcase covering them. So I'm really hoping we can fit it in that corner. It's a really awkward room. His windowsill goes quite far over as well, so I don't know, let's hope. But it's fine. There'll be some sort of space. We can definitely fit it in somewhere. But that's, like, for me, that's really exciting. I'm such a boring person, I realise. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I just realised my mic is at a really funny angle, so God knows what the audio is going to be like today. Hopefully it doesn't sound too weird. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to December. I'm really looking forward to the new year, having more money, starting savings challenges. I'm going to be getting ahead on gifts, school trips, and I've got like an outing. Well, it's my friend's, I think it's her 60th. It must be. It's her big birthday. She's not 50 and I'm nowhere near 70, so it must be her 60th. So I want to start saving in January for that, for a new outfit, because I've got one going out dress that I've worn for ages, and it's starting to lose shape. And yeah, I really would like something new to wear. And I want to say for the actual drinks itself, it's not far. It's like, I don't know, 5-minute car drive down the road to this place. So I'll probably get dropped in by my husband, and then I'll get a cab back. So I'll save for the cab, save for the drinks, and save for a little outfit. So I'm going to do that from January. So yeah, it's just nice to start getting ahead of myself. But anyway, that will do it for today. Christmas funds are looking good. November budget is going well. I hope you guys are prepared for Christmas. I bet a lot of you are already, like, you know, got your budget together, haven't you, for Christmas? I am doing some Christmas videos. I will probably record one next Thursday. I've had a few more gifts arrive in the post, so I can show you them. I've spent a little bit more, so yeah, hopefully more gifts maybe will have arrived by then, so I could just show you some on camera and things, make it interesting. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, just to kind of maybe get my videos out there. Maybe I'm just too boring, I don't know. But thank you, and yeah, the next video will be my December budget. So I'll see you then. Okay, bye.